So without further ado, I want to introduce to our first speaker tonight, Elise Miller. Welcome. Elise is a first-year MBA student and then at Olin Business School, and I have the privilege of working with her in one of the projects. Elise is a truly awesome leader. She is also an intern at Trackbill. So Trackbill is an app that provides real-time legislative updates to government affairs professionals. She's passionate about social impact, politics, entrepreneurship, salutes, and wine as well.
Thank you so much, like Emma said, for coming out tonight. I'm really excited to hopefully get to meet a lot of you this evening. Like she said, my name is Elise Miller. I'm a very proud MBA student here at Washington University in St. Louis. WashU is actually what brought me to the St. Louis region. I'm from Texas originally, and as a wide-eyed 17-year-old college freshman, I came up to the great city of St. Louis. And I loved it so much that I stayed. So I worked as an admissions officer after I graduated at WashU in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions with some great folks who are here today, so thanks for coming. And over the past 7-8 months or so, I've been getting my MBA. And throughout this time, I've really tried to make it a priority to immerse myself as much as I can in the thriving entrepreneurial ecosystem that exists here. And today, I'd like to share with you some tips that I have for female and male entrepreneurs. And for me, it really boils down to 3 basic things. You need to know yourself, prepare for success, and measure your impact. So first, you have to know who you are and what drives you. When I was about 7 years old, I fancied myself as an excellent event planner. And one of the things that I loved to plan out was my future funeral. A little weird, a little morbid, I know. Not my wedding, but my funeral. But I would just love thinking about, okay, who's going to be there, and which songs would I pick out of the hymnal to sing. And I always, pictured everyone having these bright colors, celebrating this hopefully long and meaningful life that I just lived. So as a 7-year-old, this was not an existential experiment. It was really more of a goal-setting exercise. So I wanted to think about, of my friends and family, what would they say about me? What would they say about my personality, my accomplishments, and then ultimately my legacy, that tiny footprint that I would hopefully leave on the world. Now recently I went through an exercise that was pretty similar. It was my first day in the New Leaders Council Institute. And for those of you who don't know about the New Leaders Council, it is a fellowship that's nationwide, and it's all about training emerging political activists. So on this first weekend, it was called Life Entrepreneurship, and we were tasked with really trying to get to the core of what our motivations were and our goals were for our life. Lifelong goals for both our personal and professional aspirations. And at this point in my career, I was certain that I was going to be an attorney. And I had taken the LSAT, gotten my letters of recommendation, I was writing my essay, and this was just my path. I was very driven towards it. But as I was sitting here at this conference table, with about 12 other fellows that I just met, I was writing down a lot of things. I was writing down how I wanted to build something, how I wanted to be creative in my career, how I wanted to make an impact on my society and my community. And while, of course, you can do all of these things in a legal career, law wasn't showing up anywhere on my list. And so I was really delving, reflecting, thinking about it, and I kind of had this epiphany in this one weekend that I wanted to start a business. I got the entrepreneurial spark. And this is what brings me to my second point, which is that you have to prepare for success. So, okay, I decided I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Great. I had no business training. My undergrad was in Spanish literature, and I had no idea how you go about starting a business. So the next step for me was applying to the MBA program here at WashU. And I think that preparing yourself for success means 2 different things. First of all, you need to have the tools of how to run a business. So over the past couple months, I've been learning about accounting and finance, operations, marketing, all of those kind of tactical things. But in addition to that, you also have to prepare yourself by surrounding yourself with the right people. People that believe in you and believe in your ideas for your business. And I've been so lucky to find so many mentors in the entrepreneurial community here at WashU, and they have been incredibly helpful. So if there are any young women out here who are thinking about a career in business, I want you to know that there are a lot of resources that are out there for you. One example is the Forte Foundation. They have both scholarships and resources for female MBA students. Here at Olin, we have something called the Olin Women in Business. It's an organization that connects our female business students with leaders in the community. And for any of you who are thinking about creating your own business, a startup, I'd really encourage you to check out Prosper Women Entrepreneurs, which Maxine Clark is a general partner at. She'll be speaking a little bit later here. But Prosper has both a nonprofit and a for-profit side. The nonprofit side focuses a lot on training, helping you get your business to market, and the for-profit side invests capital in women-led, highly scalable businesses. So women out there, just know there's a place for you, and there are a lot of people out there who want to help you succeed. Now, my last point is that it's really important to measure your impact. So wherever it is that your career takes you, I personally find it's really important to set your goals and measure yourself against those goals. That's going to keep you true to that spark that got you into the business in the first place. And I've been lucky to work with Prosper Capital Accelerator over the past couple months as kind of a student consultant. I have a team of other students that I work with. And one of the things that we're trying to help develop are the metrics that Prosper is going to use to measure their success. And these metrics have two parts. First is the financial piece. Prosper is a for-profit business. They have a financial responsibility to their investors. That is hugely important. But then comes the second piece, which is the social impact. So of these businesses, how many jobs have they created? And within those jobs, how many of them are held by women? And how many of them are women in management positions? So I encourage you, as you're thinking about your career or your business, to measure your impact by both the financial and social metrics. So these are my main 3 points. You've got to know yourself. You've got to really give yourself the tools to succeed. So that's both, knowledge and having the right people around you. And ultimately, measure your impact. Now, I'm still early in my career, so I'm excited and hopeful to hear any advice that you out there have for me. So I hope to meet a lot of you over the course of the night. But thank you so much again for coming, supporting Women 2.0. It's a great organization. And again, look forward to meeting you all.